Coming to you from Kscope 2019 in Seattle, I'm Bob Rupert with the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and my guest this morning is Robert Marz. Robert, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
Tell the viewers what you do and where you do it. Where do you work?
I work for a company that is called It's People. We are Germany-based. All our It's People members are independent consultants, so It's People is more a kind of a brand. And I am a technical architect. I'm architecting complex software systems, and my main customer in Germany is Deutsche Bahn. That translates to German Railways.
What brings you to Kscope? You have, I see, 2 sessions on the schedule. Tell me about those sessions.
The first session is about networking in the Oracle Cloud. And this one, I got the idea last year when we got invited to Oracle headquarters in Germany for a full-day cloud workshop. And when it comes down to the hands-on labs, I happened to sit beside a hardcore DBA. And at the hands-on labs, the first thing you have to do is set up networking and all this kind of stuff. And he got really angry and said, "Oh, what kind of DBA should know all this networking stuff?" And I said, yes, he's right. In these times, in times of the cloud, you have to have new skills and you have to have at least basic knowledge of networking. And this was when the idea for this talk was born. And so I developed this talk and I submitted it several times, and it is very receptive. So I think this is the 5th time I'm giving that talk right now. So
when you've presented this in the past, what sort of questions do you typically get from the audience?
All kind of questions. First thing is, do I really have to know the stuff? And the answer is, no, you don't, but it never hurts if you know it and if you have a basic understanding of how this stuff happens. And the next question is, what is it good for? Why do I need to know it? And the answer is, you can help yourself, because in the cloud you can really help yourself and configure things by yourself. You don't have to ask the network guys, although you might probably do those because there are people in charge, but you can help yourself and fix things by yourself. So this is
and roles are changing, especially for DBAs. With the evolution of technology, it's forcing changes in roles that maybe have not evolved all that much over the years.
Exactly, yeah. And this is what we're seeing in Germany. I'm a member of the German Oracle user group. We're seeing this there a lot. So people are a little bit anxious about how their roles are going to evolve and what is going the workday look like in future. And it's just the same like the couple of years before. We have to learn new things and do new and different things, and that's it.
Focusing on that particular session, the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Network Setup for DBAs, if the audience remembers only one thing from that session, what do you want that to be?
Please script everything in the cloud, because the cloud is not about fixing things. It is all about throwing things away and setting up from fresh. And you want to have that scripted, because if you have to click that through the web interface, you are you make mistakes, and it is really. What is it? It's boring, it is error prone, and please script all this stuff, because if you script it, you are automating it and documenting it at the same time. So please script everything.
Now, your second session here at Kscope is polymorphic table functions and qualified expressions.
Yeah. This is
what is that?
That is a hardcore PL/SQL topic.
Okay.
I'm a PL/SQL programmer at heart, and this is really interesting. Polymorphic table functions and qualified expressions are both new features introduced with Oracle 18. And the qualified expressions is an enhancement to PL/SQL when you're working with PL/SQL tables. You can initialize the values of PL/SQL tables at the time of declaration. That sounds a little bit like syntactical sugar, but it is really handy. And PL/SQL is catching up with all the other languages because all the other languages have those features in place for a long time. And polymorphic table functions are a new type of table functions. The table functions are around PL/SQL since Oracle 9, I guess, and polymorphic table functions take an existing table and modify this table. And so you can think about a polymorphic table function a little bit in a way of a view, but more procedural. So you can provide business logic to your analytic guys to those guys who know SQL but not PL/SQL, and can just provide them polymorphic table function, and you can throw in any table you like, and the table function will process this table and do stuff like adding columns, removing columns, renaming columns, altering column values, adding rows, removing rows, all this kind of stuff. And this is hardcore PL/SQL and makes a lot of usage of those PL/SQL tables. And this is where the qualified expressions comes in handy, because it makes your source code really shorter and more efficient.
And with that session as well, what's the key takeaway? What do you want people to write down and say, boy, that Robert Marz is a smart guy?
What I really want to write down for them is, please do try this at home. Go ahead, try it at home and discover the possibilities, because this is a very complex topic and I can only scratch the very surface of it. And please go home, read the documentation and try it for yourself.
So you're here at Kscope. You are sharing your expertise through these sessions. What do you hope to get out of Kscope? What are you looking to learn while you're here?
Kscope for me is a networking event. So I'm meeting all the guys I meet only a couple times of the year, because they are in the US and I'm Europe based. Mm-hmm. I'm meeting a lot of guys from Europe as well. We had a kind of a German meetup yesterday evening, and there were around 10 to 12 people there. So Kscope for me is primary networking, talking to people, getting around, knowing people, or knowing just knowing. Getting to connect to new people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attend a couple of sessions as well, of course. I have, I think, 10 sessions that I will attend during this case.
Is there a particular theme to those sessions? Are they all in one track? What's
no, I'm switching tracks. I'm into DevOps topics. I'm into REST. There are a couple of interesting REST talks. I'm looking a little bit into Apex with the interactive grid, and so I'm very broad about this.
Do you think you will be attending Oracle Open World this year?
I sure will, because I'm giving a session there.
Oh, so talk about that session.
I have a session at Code One that is called Automating the Oracle Cloud with the Oracle with the OCI command line interface. And this is a brand new session. I don't have a single slide at this time, so
so you have a lot of work to do between now and then.
Yeah. It will definitely be a buzzy summer. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Robert, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today, and good luck at Open World, and good luck with your sessions here at Kscope. For the Oracle Groundbreakers team, I'm Bob Rubart. We'll have more from Kscope coming up, so stay tuned.